So we've got a wonderful agenda for you today. So for those of you who don't know me, which I think most of you do, I'm Vanessa Vallely. I'm the founder of Gender Networks, which is part of the wider We Are the City and We Are Women group. So first of all, just to give you, sorry, I'm just changing my slides, a little bit about what we'll be covering. So there'll be a quick introduction from me and a couple of reminders. Today's host spotlight is the Marsh Balance Network. So they're going to tell you a little bit about what they've been up to, how they're structured, you know, where their strategic aims are. So it's always good for us to hear from a number of the different networks for you guys to create connections and to kind of learn from each other, which is what Gender Networks is about. We've then got the fabulous Harriet Minter with us. She's going to give us the gender headlines. Appreciate that most people run these networks off the side of their desks. They might not see the wider world of what's going on. So Harriet always makes us joyous or maybe depressed with her headlines. So a joy to have Harriet with us again. Then we're very proud to welcome Sonia Meggie from Bloomberg. She's the EMEA Diversity and Inclusion Manager, talking to us about intersectionality, Bloomberg being a member of Gender Networks and a huge supporter of what we do at We Are the City as well. So then last but second to last, the wonderful Simon Gallo, who is from UN Women UK, is going to be talking to us about men to act for equals, so kind of leading up to that International Men's Day. So fantastic to have Simon with us. I've spoke with him on a number of stages and he's truly incredible. And our charity spotlight today goes to a fantastic charity called Hestia. So we're joined by Joe and Alina to tell us a little bit more what they're doing, again, very timely at the moment around domestic abuse services, and then we should close around about 10:30. So lots of opportunity. If you've got questions to ask, use the chat box, because once the speakers have finished, they'll come back to the chat and then I'll ask questions that you've got. So new members, and if I can just remind everyone to go on mute, that would be great. New members that have joined Gender Networks, Defence Women's Network, so a huge welcome to you, and also to Synachron as well. And today's guests, we have MUFG, another side of MUFG joining us, Investor Services to see what we're about, Public Sapient, Soprasteria and Portsmouth Water. So a huge welcome to you and thank you for joining us. So in terms of who else is in the room, here's some of the companies. Remember, we can connect you. So if you see perhaps your clients or your partners on here and you're thinking about doing a joint event, or you just want to connect with them to leverage that expertise around what they're doing, remember, you can always come back to Leona, and Leona's happy to introduce you to another network. Now, they're just the ones that are on this meeting, these companies. But if you look on the Gender Networks website, you can actually see all of our members. So do think about that, you know, connecting with each other and seeing if you can do something potentially joint. So a couple of bonus events just to keep you informed of. You know, we've tried to bring you lots of different events. And again, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to DTCC that run the event for us a couple of weeks on personal safety, and the guys that took part in that. It was an absolutely incredible event. We're very grateful. So other events coming up, Daniele van Decker, who you've heard from before on a previous Gender Network, he's doing a talk on the 26th of October around the importance of recognising International Men's Day. So obviously International Men's Day, the 19th of November. So do have a look at that. From a We Are the City perspective, we will be doing a week of different webinars that focus around men's mental health, parenting and things like that. So again, these are free, so you can leverage them within your own companies if you're not big enough to do something, or perhaps, you know, you haven't got any time to plan anything this year. So keep your eye out for that one. Again, looking at the things that are quite timely, we're going to put on 2 extra bonus events for you. So this month is not only Black History Month, but it's also Menopause Awareness Month. So there's a whole section of We Are the City around Black history and resources where you can educate yourself and inspiration of women and books and networks. And there's also another section where you can go on, and that again has loads of recommendations, books, resources, companies that you can engage with around menopause. So there is a lady on there called Sharon Vibbert from Henpicked, who's absolutely incredible, and I've asked her to come and do a bonus session all about menopause for us. So we're going to get a date in the diary and we'll send that out. And then I'm going to finish off the year with another thing that's been really, really topical. There's been a lot of kind of debates in the House of Commons, House of Lords around maternity rights and also childcare reforms. And the lady that leads a lot of that is a lady called Jolie Burley. Pregnant and Screwed, you may have heard about. I've asked Jolie to come and do a session specifically for Gender Networks members. So 2 extra bonus sessions just to keep you informed of these wider things that are going on outside of kind of your women's networks and things that you should be kind of aware of and informed about. So 2 extra sessions, and we'll be in contact with dates. The other thing that's coming up, we have the annual Gender Network Survey. So the wonderful individuals over at EY have agreed to support us again. So this survey will be coming out in the next few weeks. Please, if you're members of Gender Networks, please complete the survey. We pull together what everyone's doing around budgets, strategic objectives, and it is a really valuable resource for everyone, because we jump on these meetings and we might hear from the odd company, but this really pulls it together. But we don't get that richness of data unless you guys complete it. So when that goes on, save Leona some time chasing you down. If you can just one person per company, get that survey complete, and we will release the results of that around about January time, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we might be able to have some sort of face-to-face event. But every single one of you as members gets a copy of that report. And again, it acts as a really good business case to take to your senior sponsors and say, well, look what everyone else is doing. Look at the budgets they're operating in. This is where we should be focusing. But I need you all in it in order to make that a valuable resource for everyone.